Hey everyone, it's Marina. I'm here to do a journal share with you. This is I have a couple of them that I made, and I'm using, it is Hollanders, no, not Hollanders, I got it from Hollanders, that's the website that I used, but this is, what's his name? Renato Crepaldi, and he makes these beautiful, beautiful handmade tiger's eye marbles. They're handmade, so I've been getting marbled papers because I was always attracted to marbled papers, and I think that what I have left of this one I'm going to just like frame it and put it up because it's so beautiful. It feels like I don't usually feel bad for cutting into paper, but when I cut into the marbled paper I was just like, oh my gosh. So, but I got it to make books with, so I made a couple of them, and the rest I think I'm gonna save because it's just so pretty. But I just have this little card in here, and it's got for this envelope, it's just got a couple of vintage ephemera from Tim Holtz Vintage Ephemera, and so the spine is slightly curved, and it's made out of linen, and I have I don't even know what to call this, but something on the spine. But it's a hidden signature spine method, which I will have a link to a tutorial that I made below if you want to know how to do a hidden hinge spine. Okay, so I'm just going to go inside and do a flip through for you guys. I just have a pocket here, and then there's a little photo frame here, and a coffee dyed paper bag that I just have some ephemera in. Coffee dyed paper bag, and I just have some printed ephemera inside. And I have a couple of 4x4 photo sleeves throughout the journal. Some vintage, there's lots of vintage, not like a ton, but there's quite a few vintage things in here, like these recipes. And this is, I forgot what that's called, but, oh, there we go, Legends from Long Ago. And then I have little pages in here, and envelopes, and this is actually from a vintage magazine that I found a long time ago, and it had gotten water on it, and the colors had like faded and melted into each other, but it made it look really cool actually. And so there's just, I've cut them all out, the good stuff out of the magazine, because some of it was unusable. And then I just have these little pieces clipped in here. A envelope for a file folder. These are one of Snummy Rose's file folders. I printed off a whole bunch while I was pregnant and cut them all out. Coffee dyed them and then cut them all out. Vintage game piece. This is a little chipboard game piece. And I haven't used them. I've been trying to use them. I didn't use them while I was pregnant. I was trying to get a whole bunch of stuff cut out so when I could craft, I could craft. So this is from 1901, and it is a ad paper, an ad magazine. And this is also from a vintage children's book. Super pretty. Love this picture. I don't know if this is vintage. I don't think it is. And then an envelope. I have some. This is actually a usable postcard. I used to write my brother these postcards, and I found them in my stash, and I just had a whole bunch left, so I decided to just put them in journals. And then I have this CD sleeve, coffee dyed CD sleeve here, and it's got a double pocket, so it's got this one right here, and then the back. A vintage ticket here I stapled on. camera tucked in here. Another 4x4 photo sleeve. And it's really cool because you can put stuff in right here, and then you could still use whatever's on the back part. And I have a little mini envelope here, and it's just got a piece of flower die cut in there. Oh, there we go. I don't know why that's being so stiff with me. That's probably the paper clip not helping. Vintage music paper. And this is from an archaeology book. And that archaeology book is from, I need to look real quick. Okay, so this is from, like I said, this is the other one that has the ads in it, and it's from, where's the date on here? I didn't want to use the front page because I had this date. 1901. And this one is the archaeology book, Introduction to Archaeology, and this is from 1934. So I put that in the journal. And then I saved some of the paper that I had left over from the Renato Crepaldi Tiger's Eye marbles, and I just put it in here. So there's just some ephemera in here. I could not bring myself to get rid of any of it at all. And here's a tuck spot. Let's put a tag in there, and then this flips open. Vintage music paper, and I left this open, and it's just got some ephemera inside. And some more ephemera that I just tucked in here. Music paper, blank music paper, some more archaeology paper, and this is a book that I got from Christy. In our swap, a book page. This is a vintage book page. Another photo sleeve, and in here is some, okay, there we go. Some printed ephemera. I'm gonna have to, there we go. Nope, not there we go. Okay, now there we go. And that's the back. So it's a 2-inch spine, it's got 4 signatures, and I love these little corners that I did. I love the linen. It's really, really thick, good linen. I actually think it's supposed to be used for upholstery or something, but I used it. I liked how thick it was, so I used it for my books because it felt more durable. So I really reinforced everything. But that is this journal. If you have any questions, let me know, and I will have this listed in my Etsy shop if you are interested. And I will see you guys with another journal soon. Alright, I hope you're all doing well. Bye.